Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dot from Dot Me Now Coaching and Entertainment for coaching. My links are down below. In today's video, I'm about to tell y'all to really just tap in, because the solution to any problem that you have, or even if you don't have any problems, right? If you're just trying to just learn new things or just figure out, get some new ideas, just figure something out, it's really as simple as tapping in. But I want to really talk about certain facets of tapping in that may get overlooked sometimes, right? So when it comes to difficulty inside of our life, when we start to label things as a problem, we show that we don't understand how life works and how karma works and how, our soul works and all these different things. Because once you label something a problem, that's when it becomes a problem. When you're fully in tune and you truly understand yourself and why things happen and everything like that, whenever something external to you is happening, you don't see it as a problem or even a difficulty. It's just a certain event that's happening. Now, because we have personalities, we tend to prefer certain things and not prefer other things, right? Whenever there's some seeming resistance, or whenever things just aren't as comfortable as we like them, that's when, we tend to label things as a problem and this is hard and whatnot. But if you weren't somebody that had strong likes and dislikes and all these different things, that wouldn't matter to you, because certain things that people see as a problem, other people freaking love that. Like some people, for example, who are very adventurous and things like that, they may see climbing a mountain as fun, But someone else who is let's say there's two people in the military, right? And they got to climb a mountain for whatever reason, right? The person who loves climbing mountains might actually enjoy that activity. But the person who hates climbing mountains is going to see it as a big problem, a big difficulty, all these different things, right? And then another example, let's say you're in school and then there's one person who loves to write poems and the other person hates writing. And then the teacher asks you to write a poem. One person's going to say, yo, this is lit. This is so easy. The person who always writes poems, this is going to be lit for them. The person who don't write poems is going to hate this assignment. You feel me? But the thing is, right, when you realize that you are an infinite being, right, you have infinite intelligence flowing inside your vessel. This is what you realize. You realize, right, that if you just sit back, right, calm yourself, get centered, and tap into your true essence, you can wipe away your typical personality and begin accessing certain parts of you which are able to do what you normally believe is hard for you to do. Like if somebody can't draw, right? Or let's just say, because saying that they can't draw is an issue, right? That's why niggas can't draw and stuff like that. And this ain't just no manifestation. This is just how things work. Literally. As a being that creates the reality and all the different things, right? When you say that you can't do something, you limit yourself. We already know this. But if you are able to if you were able to find a person who doesn't normally draw, and then you ask them to draw and they know how to essentially tap into the part of themselves that can draw, they can sit there and draw something. Now, the thing is, it might not be on some Picasso level type of stuff, but they can draw. And the thing is, anybody can draw. It doesn't have to come out looking good. You know what I'm saying? Then someone might say, okay, fine, I could draw, but I can't draw vivid pictures. But at the end of the day, what we define as vivid is up to someone's perception. You know what I'm saying? Someone may say, I can't draw good art, but good art is somebody's perception. If you just access the part of yourself that believes that it can do the task at hand, it will do the task at hand as best as it can. This is what your body will conform to and stuff like that. And then it will act upon that. Now, when it comes to tapping in, right, it goes way beyond just accessing answers and things of that nature, because it also goes into simply just understanding your energetic system and how things work and the different things that you can access within inside yourself, right? One thing I want to talk about is your organs. Your organs get really slept on, like your especially like the ones like in your belly area, like the stomach, the intestines, kidneys, liver, things of that nature. Heart. I mean, really, all the brain, all that's important. Everything's important. Everything. But I'm bringing up the digestion organs because most of the time, people's organs are occupied with digesting food, right? And they don't really experience what it's like to have like clean organs down there. You see, even if they fast for like a couple of days, they don't really like fast for long enough to get that shit really clear. And then because of that, they never really access the true potential of those organs for like a higher purpose. When you start being, when you focus on different things inside of your life, your body literally adapts to that thing. If you want to become a runner, your body will adapt to the body more of a runner. You feel me? If you want to become a football player, that's what's going to happen. Like this is why people who do certain sports will have like a swimmer's body or a football player's body. You know what I'm saying? Like when you train certain ways, and also when you first just form the identity of being this kind of thing, your body starts to naturally produce chemicals for that and stuff, you know? And your organs are a big part of that because like, you know how like your organs digest food, they can also digest information and process emotions, you know what I'm saying? Your digestion organs literally digest, they process, and they help to create new forms of energy and different like emotional intelligences and things like that, you know? This is literally true. And that's important because when they aren't clear, right, it's harder for them to do that, you know? And but when they are clear, you can open up to way more things. And you can also like feel how your organs process things down there and stuff like that. You can also be able to tap into them and actually listen to what they're trying to tell you as you digest new information, you know? And literally when you want to start doing something, it becomes literally like instinctual. It's like you just get the impulses to do the right thing somehow. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't really recognize their true infinite power because there's people hearing what I'm saying, they're like, this guy's on some BS, but like that shows that you don't really understand your true infinite nature. Because if you did, you would recognize that all things are inside you, that you have everything that you need. Becoming satisfied with your life is the ultimate goal right now if you're not satisfied. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to do anything external to yourself. You need to simply just accept what's happening right now and recognize that everything's okay because the only thing that you truly crave is the satisfaction of your spirit. Everything that you want to get outside of yourself that you say that you need in order for you to feel satisfied, that shows that all you want to do is just feel satisfied. You can feel that right now. You can, literally. But you need to first become a person who is satisfied and is okay with who they are and what they have, even if it's not quote unquote a lot. Why can't you become okay with that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not bad to, you know, want to add more to your life, but it's like, why are you doing it? Are you doing it because you feel like you lack? Or do you just already have enough and you feel like this would be a nice addition? Because when you act from those states, you can literally get whatever you want because you're not forcing yourself to do it. You just want to do it. And when you want to do things, you have more motivation because you actually want to do it. You know what I'm saying? When you're not forcing yourself to overachieve because you think that's what's going to make you actually like be good and happy, when you're not trying to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? You actually just act off of what you really want to do, you know? And this is why like you really have like monks who would just like leave and just like go in the forest and shit like that. Like they didn't want shit to do with money or nothing like that. It's not that they had to do that. They just feel like they was like, yo, like I'm tapping in so much that I don't give a fuck about normal society. And that doesn't have to be you, you know? You just need to find out what you truly want and stop trying to get things out of lack. And you stop lacking when you tap in and recognize your infinite nature, your absolute nature. You have all things within inside you. And you could produce anything inside your life and bring out anything outside you as long as you focus enough on it and actually stay disciplined within and actually stay disciplined with that thing, and you don't do the adverse things that do not help to benefit you when it comes to achieving that goal and what you want. And the thing is, you'll naturally not do that if you truly want something for the right reasons. Because if you're trying to build something, if you're trying to build something inside of your life, but then you do an adverse option, that adverse thing is you're literally doing that because like here's what I mean. Let's say you're fully satisfied inside yourself, right? And then from your soul, you want to do something. If there's something that you can do which goes against what you truly want, usually that thing could only influence you because somewhere you felt like you lacked and you felt like doing this thing would make you whole again. Like, for example, let's say that you want to be healthy, but then you see a cake and then you eat the cake, right? You only ate the cake and didn't do what your true self wanted you to do because you feel like you were lacking whatever that cake gave you. Whatever enjoyment you thought that cake was gonna give you, you felt like you didn't have that inside the current moment. That's why you said, damn, I don't have that. I need that. I'm gonna eat the cake, although I said I don't want to eat the cake. You see? You feel like you don't have that enjoyment that you're seeking through eating that thing. And it's like that with what it doesn't have to just be food. It can be substances. It can be whatever addictions people have. It can be whatever habits, whatever social circumstances, whatever it is. You feel me? So take heed to what I just said, bro, and really just tap into your true nature, your divine nature, your infinite self. I'm going to always stress that and talk about that. So hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. Love you. Catch you. Peace. The freak out. You feel me?